There is something palpable in the air brewing to stand up to Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and it's spreading across the country. People are pissed. Can you feel the momentum shift of what's taking place right now? It is seismic, and it's not just in Democratic areas. It's in Republican areas, independent, blue states, red states, purple states. Take a look at this. In a Trump plus 16 district, here's MAGA Republican Representative Glenn Grotham in Wisconsin holding a town hall. Watch what went down. Play this clip.
President Trump has issued a lot of executive orders. I think by and large this is moving very quickly compared to other administrations, and I think across the board he's done some very good things. I think he's gotten rid of birthright citizenship.
Illegal as hell.
Or how about MAGA Republican Congress member Scott Fitzgerald? Watch what went down. Here, play this clip.
When will you stand up to them and say that is enough?
The end result of the fraud and abuse that has been discovered already.
While all of that is happening, you have momentum brewing as well. In Nebraska, you had Bernie Sanders, Senator Sanders, holding his own event with about 2,500 people attending, 800 people in the overflow area, rallying people against Donald Trump and Musk. And again, it's not just Democrats or independents, people or Republicans. It's people who weren't even paying attention to politics, but they're learning that they're getting fired or their friends are getting fired. Disabled veterans are getting fired. Government workers are getting fired. That Elon Musk and Trump they're going into your social security info, your Medicaid info, your medical records, your tax records, and they're just taking them. And then they're saying they're billionaires and they should be able to do it. What are we watching? Take a look at Bernie Sanders right here. Play the clip. People are pissed. Here is another Republican constituent not happy with their Republican representative. I want you to watch this at this virtual town hall. Play this clip.
I'm a registered Republican voter and retired active Army officer. How can you tell me that Doge, with some college whiz kids from a computer terminal in Washington, D.C., without even getting out into the field, after about a week or maybe two, has determined that it's okay to cut veterans' benefits?
I think a couple things. Let me give you an example. Did you know that the VA was in charge of payments for illegals for housing? Basically, the VA.
No, I'd like for you to send me. Could you send me that reference so I could research that? Because no, I'm not aware of that. And I would tell you that that's a red herring, a false flag. If you're throwing that kind of political stuff up, trying to cut veterans' benefits, that's very alarming to me.
Now, more chaos from Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Donald Trump announced late on Friday that he is replacing the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Charles C.Q. Brown, who Donald Trump appointed to lead the Air Force in 2020. You have General C.Q. Brown, decorated general, Donald Trump getting rid of him. And as Fred Wellman said, yes, Trump just fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the chief of the Naval Ops, and the vice chief of the Air Force, but they fired the top JAGs of the Army, Navy, and Air Force too. Those are the top lawyers who work within the departments. Why would you fire the top lawyers in the military? That's the part you should be asking about. It's because you want someone not to tell you no when you want to break the law. That's one of the really horrific things they did. Fred Wellman, veteran, wrote that, works with the MeidasTouch network. And obviously, it's disgusting that Donald Trump fired this distinguished general, General Charles C.Q. Brown. And one of the reasons, obviously, is because Donald Trump's firing black leaders. But he fired General Charles C.Q. Brown via social media post without even telling the general before, and then also fired all those other people. Yesterday, Donald Trump had the governors at the White House, and then he picked a fight at the White House in public with the Democratic governor from Maine, Governor Mills. She stood up to Donald Trump when he said to her, "I'm taking away your federal funding. If you don't say right now, you will obey me." And she's like, "Go screw yourself." She's like, "What are you talking about? I'll see you in court." Watch this moment from yesterday. Play this clip.
Is Maine here, the governor of Maine?
Not here.
Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics. Every state.
And of course, yesterday as well, the U.S. stocks took a massive nosedive. The markets crashed yesterday after more reports showed worries about how Donald Trump's policies were already crashing the economy. The Dow Jones plunged 748 points, down almost 2%. Its worst day of 2025 as tariff fears and more data about the weak economy grow. Remember when we would show you Fox's most hated ritual because they hate America, where they would have to show the economic data under former President Biden, and every day it seemed the market was setting a new record and a new high, and they would be like, "Oh no, here we go again." They would be pissed. Well, let me show you what went down yesterday, where Fox reported, and they had to do it reluctantly to their viewers, that Trump was crashing our markets and crashing our economy. Play this clip.
All right, so the markets look to close weekly. So the week-to-date numbers, everybody's in the red. Rough day today, but we'll be right back here on Monday to do it all again. That's it for us. Kudlow's next.
Hello, folks, and welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. Stocks are swooning, and Charles Payne's going to help us out in just a little bit. Tell us why all this is happening.
Back to what's going on throughout the streets right now. What's going on in the neighborhoods. In America, America isn't Twitter. America isn't X. And I know these spineless MAGA Republican cowards, these Congress members and senators who obey like little sheep whatever Donald Trump tells them to do, these despicable, pathetic, spineless human beings. But in the real world, when we're finding out that Trump and Musk and some freaking 19-year-old kids are getting access to we the people, our tax data, our medical files, our social security information, tax payment systems, privacy matters, number one. Number two, the chaos, the safety, the security, the cruelty. They're made America not safe. There's like plane crashes happening all of the time right now. It seems like every day you hear another one. They're firing the key people at all of these different agencies. They're replacing them with the worst of the worst. Here's an example of a C-SPAN caller from West Virginia who said that he was diabetic and on Medicare. When Biden was in charge, insulin was $6. And now when he went to CVS, it's back up to $80. Yes, and that's because, as we told you, Trump rescinded the executive orders by Biden to lower prescription drug prices. Play this clip.
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling from West Virginia, and which was a red state for Donald Trump. And they have a place called down here Public Debt. And a lot of my neighbors were voting for Trump. They walking around scared, crying, nervous. And they were forever Trumpers. But on a personal note, I'm a diabetic and I'm on Medicare. And when Joe Biden was in there, my insulin was $6 for a 28-day supply. I just went to CVS to get my new supply. It went back up to $80. They said because the American Recovery Act was canceled. So it went from $6 to $80. So I don't know if anybody else out there on Medicare.
All of this is going on. Donald Trump is out there giving speeches that he and Elon Musk want to go into Fort Knox and inspect Fort Knox and go into the mountains and see if they can find gold. What the hell are these morons even talking about? Here, play this clip.
But we're actually going to Fort Knox because I want to see, do we have the gold? Do we still have whatever it is, tons of gold? I hope we do. Wouldn't that be disappointing? Fort Knox. You grow up hearing about Fort Knox. You can't get in. You can't even see it. Nobody sees it. You go there and the place is dry. Would that be terrible? There's another one. Maybe you should go with us to that one. But we're going to go in there pretty soon. They're going to open the doors to Fort Knox. If any governor would like to go with us, well, good. You want to go with us on that one, Ron? That could be good. Could be interesting. Can you imagine if we open it up and there's no gold? Well, I think there will be. For one reason, it's really heavy. You steal or borrow gold, you got to be strong. So it's not like other things. But
there's Elon with chainsaws making a mockery of the cruelty of firing people who have dedicated their lives to our country. Many who are veterans working now in federal agencies to support our government. They've made the ultimate sacrifice in the military, and now they're working in the federal government, just hardworking people in the federal government in general. And now we got these asshole billionaires out there who are going through our crap and who are firing hardworking people and have the audacity to tell hardworking people that they're lazy and treating people like trash. Maybe in your Silicon Valley world, that's how you treat people, but that's not how Americans treat Americans. And you're going to be hearing from Americans as this momentum rises. U.S. consumer sentiment plunging right now. The University of Michigan's latest consumer survey shows American consumer sentiment declined in February for the second consecutive month, down by a steep 10%, double the decline from the preliminary estimate earlier this month. But don't worry, folks. They're putting people like Kash Patel into positions like the head of the FBI. And so how does Kash Patel do his speech when he's sworn in to lead the FBI? Kash Patel, who's got like no experience to ever do this, he goes, wow, this is effing crazy, man. This is effing crazy. Here, play this clip.
Thank you for entrusting me, Pat. Oh man, this is effing crazy.
And then you have Donald Trump saying, I hear egg prices are going up. I hear egg prices. Can I blame Biden? I want to blame Biden. I'm going to blame them. Play this clip.
And she's going to be a fantastic secretary, and you'll do something with the eggs, because I'm hearing so much about eggs. You'll figure it out. You got to figure something out fast. But, and we inherited all of the problems. At some point, a few months down the road, we won't be able to say it's so much us. But the big things, really, we can blame other people for, to allow criminals into our country at levels that nobody's ever seen before, to allow people from jails to have countries from all over the world be allowed to empty jails into an open border. They emptied jails and prisons, mental institutions, insane asylum, gang members, drug lords, drug people on drugs, people that are very sick. They allowed them to come into our country totally
Folks, there is palpable momentum growing and brewing. The United States of America is a pressure cooker because of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is making those moves with the military because he realizes that he is a scared, cornered, pathetic rat right now. And that's what cornered, pathetic rats do right now. And people are freaking pissed. People who work for Musk, who call themselves big balls, are out there with our personal data. You should be livid. You should be angry. Now we have to make sure that our actions are peaceful. Peaceful protests, peaceful resistance, showing up at town halls, calling your representatives, letting our voices be heard. But we have to take it into our own hands peacefully. We have to. And we're going to make sure we use this platform here as we approach 5 million subscribers to broadcast it, to show you what it's like when Americans get together peacefully, whether you're Democrat, Republican, independent, whatever. We're Americans, and this crap, this cruelty, this authoritarian, this Putin level crap here in the country from former Fox News hosts like idiot Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump. I'm sorry. You better damn believe I'm angry right now, and I'm pissed. We're in this together, though. We're going to fight together on this one. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million. Let's get to 10 million. Let's get to 20. Let's get to 50 million. And let's grow this platform. Check out our Substack as well. It's MeidasPlus.com. MeidasPlus.com. Check it out. Thank you.
The truth is more important than ever. Check out our new Truth Over Lies collection at store.MeidasTouch.com. All 100% USA union made.